Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver. Another segment of Stay Right or Be Left. Eternity is a long time to be wrong. The day is May 18th, 2018. This is the 70th anniversary of Israel's existence and the first day of the U.S. embassy there. And I want to know what you think about that. I'm seeing the celebrations. I'm seeing the fighting. I'm seeing what is going on in the Middle East. And as we gather ourselves together, I want you to think about what we're trying to do in this election cycle, but it's much more important to understand what's happening biblically. It is much more important. I want to thank you guys for the tremendous support you're giving me. I've been asked to come out and speak to your groups. I'm not cheap, but I'm easy. And we're coming out telling the truth between the lies. I'm getting great response from you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love you're giving me and my family. We come out. You can always book me, or at least contact me about booking at either Mason Weaver at masonweaver.com directly to me, or my assistant's caller at masonweaver.com, and she'll help you out. I travel out of St. Louis. I even do things at no cost. I do free events because I believe in free speech, and I will come out occasionally and give one. But I want to thank you guys because your response to me, and bring me out to debate your professors, and bring me out to debate people that are not on the same political wavelength that we are. It's important to do that. Now, in Jerusalem, folks, more important than politics, more important than your marriage, more important than what school your kids go to, more important is that cross. Either the cross is bare and the tomb is empty, and he has risen, or it's not true. If it is true, if he came out that grave, if Jesus Christ came out that grave, then everything he said to us and about us and for us is true. Everything, no compromising. He did not compromise with you on the cross. You cannot compromise with him out here in the world. So you have Abraham and Sarah. Right now in the Middle East, it's a family feud. God told Sarah and Abraham, you're going to have a child. The child's going to be the father of all nations, many nations, and the Savior shall come through him. And Sarah, ladies, you overthink things. You try to figure out what he meant. And you try to figure out what he said, what he's going to do. And so you decided that must have been your servant girl, Hagar, not me, because I'm too old, God. You must have met this woman over here. So we're going to set this up. Now, Abraham wasn't forced in Hagar's tent. I got it. He wasn't forced there. But he goes in with Hagar and makes a baby. And God says, I know the firstborn is supposed to get the inheritance. I know the firstborn son. That's Abraham's firstborn son. But that's not what I told you was going to happen. I said you and Abraham. So therefore, you're going to have a baby. And that child is going to be the inheritor of all of this land. Now, the Arabs and the Jews are fighting now over that decision. God said Abraham and Sarah, and the mothers are saying Abraham and Hagar, and they're fighting over that. And God said, I'm going to bless the Arabs. I'm going to bless them, but the inheritance is yours, Sarah, and your child. And they've been fighting ever since, and they're going to continue to fight ever since. And the Middle East peace will not come until the Prince of Peace comes. It will never come until the Prince of Peace comes. They want Israel destroyed. Israel wants to stay right there. So now you have 70 years later. Israel was founded in the midst of prophecy. God said, I'm going to put Israel right back there. 2,500 years later, Israel came right back there. And some scholars can count the days of that prophecy to the day it was founded. And Israel is there. And now President Trump has stood up historically and declared the capital of Israel is Jerusalem. And the whole world is going berserk. And they're supposed to go berserk. It's against their own feelings to realize there's a real God in charge of history. It's going against their instincts. It goes against their knowledge. They're smart. They're wise. And God says he's going to confuse and confound the wisdom of man. That's what's happening nowadays, folks. So you look at this and you decide, are you going to follow God, or are you going to be in the way of God? Today, when they declared that embassy, not one elected Democrat was in the audience. They chose not to show up when Israel was honored by God. They chose not to show up to say what God's already said. Jerusalem is your capital. They decided to not to be present and watch over this. Therefore, They have made their statement. They made their bed. They got to lay in it. If you support these clowns, you are laying in the same bed they're laying in. The prophecies are happening right before our eyes, and nothing will stop the word of God from coming true. So all you Christians, all you Democratic Christians, all you Democratic pastors, what the heck is going on with you? Don't you read scripture? Aren't you afraid of God? God commands you to support Israel, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not. And some of you people think, bless your heart, some of my friends think that the Jews in Israel right now are not the real Jews. No, Mason, they're not the real Jews. These are the real Jews over here. No, real Jews over there, they're not the real Jews. I'm telling you what, if the Jews in Israel right now today are not the real Jews, then God is still blessing them like they're the real Jews. You had the Jews separated from Israel 2,500 years. For 2,500 years, no nation spoke Hebrew as a national language. No nation kept the feast days. No nation kept the holidays. No nation kept the traditions. And Jews were separated in every nation on this planet. They were involved, engulfed in the culture of every nation on the planet. They worshiped their own way. And no one ever spoke Hebrew as a national language. Then one day, May 18th, 1948, they flew into Israel from all over the world. They flew in from Russia, from China, from America, from Britain. They flew in from South America. They flew into Tel Aviv on day one of independence. They got off the plane from all over the world with their language still intact, their feast days still intact. 2,500 years. Those dry bones came together in Israel. The feast days, the holidays, the traditions all came together off the plane. They came into Israel as Jews. That was predicted. It was prophesied over it as living proof to you, the eyes that see it, a living proof to you that God is real and keeps his promises. It is living proof to this generation. Look at Israel. Look at the doggone map. And you will see Israel where it's never supposed to be again. Folks, it's showtime for us. Showtime. So God bless you all. I'm going to end it. I'm low internet again. So God bless you all. Stay right or be left. Eternity is a long time to be wrong. Take care.